In this case study, we reviewed Starbucks. We will discuss how they changed and improved its supply chain management process and revamped its company's overall performance. First, we will hear from Tia, who will cover the company background, followed by myself, Ashley, covering why the change. Next up is Tiago with the how section, and lastly, LaShonda will close out the video with the benefits of the change.
Company background. Starbucks Corporation is an American coffee company and coffee house chain. Since the opening of its first stores in Seattle, Starbucks has strived to be more than just a place where you buy coffee. According to Starbucks.com, the first Starbucks opened in Seattle, Washington on March 31st, 1971, by three partners who met while they were students at the University of San Francisco: Jerry Baldwin, Seth Siegel, and Gordon Balker. The three were inspired to sell high quality coffee beans and equipment by coffee roasting entrepreneur Alfred Peet after he taught them his style of roasting beans. The company took the name of the chief mate in the book Moby Dick, Starbuck, after considering cargo house. So, are you wondering how the logo was created? Cyrene is a 16th century Norse woodcut of a twin-tailed mermaid. The owners believed there was something about her. She was a seductive mystery mixed with a nautical theme that was exactly what the founders were looking for. More than anything else, Starbucks is about the coffee. The company started out as a premium coffee roaster and they stayed true to their roots by serving nothing but excellent coffee. Starbucks is considered the main representative of the second wave coffee, initially distinguishing itself from other coffee serving venues in the United States by taste, quality, and customer experience. In 1994, Starbucks bought the Coffee Connection, gaining the rights to use, make, market, and sell the Frappuccino beverage. According to Starbucks.com, Starbucks has more than 22,000 coffee shops in about 70 countries. Starbucks operates more than 12,000 of its own shops, which are located mostly in the United States, while other franchises operate roughly 11,000 units worldwide, including many locations in shopping centers and airports. In addition, Starbucks markets its coffee through grocery stores and food service customers. The company has over 142,000 employees worldwide, and their revenue is 21.1 billion.
Well, why did Starbucks decide to change its supply chain in the first place? There were many reasons Starbucks decided to change its supply chain, but we will focus on three key reasons. First, Starbucks realized its supply chain was not meeting their overall goal. In one year, their operational expenses rose from 750 million to 825 million, a 10% jump. They were also starting to have delivery issues. Over half of their store deliveries weren't arriving on time, and this became a major issue. Another reason was energy conservation. They wanted to reduce their energy consumption and improve the environmental aspects of its store operations. They realized energy accounted for 80% of their carbon footprint, and they wanted to reduce that figure. Lastly, Starbucks set out to sustain ethical sourcing practices. They wanted to build a sustainable supply chain with ethically sourced coffee. They also wanted to reduce waste and establish long-term relationships with suppliers, which they believe was the key to future growth.
In the next few slides, we're going to address how Starbucks changed its supply chain. Starbucks' supply chain transformation started back in 2008, and it had the support from the very top. President and CEO Howard Schultz began the supply chain revamp by appointing Gibbons to run Starbucks' supply chain operations. The first thing Gibbons did was to assess where the costs were coming from and evaluate how well the supply chain was serving the stores. In response to his findings, he developed a three-step plan that consisted of reorganizing, transforming, and focusing on reducing costs in all aspects of the supply chain. Once the supply chain was reorganized, the various departments turned their attention to the second and third objectives. As part of the transformation and cost reduction process, the sourcing group was able to identify the cost drivers that were driving the prices up. They started off by reviewing contracts and price agreements, and they broke these items down by ingredients rather than just the purchase price in order to negotiate better deals. By undertaking all these steps, Starbucks was able to reduce costs and improve execution. In 2008, Starbucks set out a plan to obtain a certification called LEED certification for all new company stores around the globe. By collaborating with the US Green Building Council, Starbucks integrated green building design to over 850 stores worldwide. Starbucks achieved certification by using recycled coffee grounds in tabletops, low-emitting materials, and by cutting back energy consumption through the use of more efficient LED fixtures. In addition, in 2008, Starbucks' goal was to reduce water consumption by 25% by 2015. As part of the water conservation program, Starbucks set out to install more efficient water filtration systems and water fixtures like low-flow faucets and toilets for most of their existing and new stores worldwide. Since then, Starbucks has been able to reduce water consumption by 26.5%. Although 2008 was a difficult year due to the US financial crisis, Starbucks did not back away from its social responsibility commitments. Rather, they established a set of ambitious goals to improve ethical sourcing of their coffee. As a result, Starbucks created a set of strict guidelines called CAFE practices to ensure suppliers were in line with the company's sustainable, green, and quality product oriented objectives while improving the lives of the farmers and their communities. One of the measures implemented to monitor this initiative was to use certified third-party companies to oversee their suppliers. Another important aspect of this program was that all Starbucks suppliers were expected to comply with minimum wage law requirements. In 2008, nearly three-quarters of their coffee was certified as ethically sourced. As of 2015, however, this number has increased to a staggering 99%.
How did Starbucks benefit from their supply chain transformation? We know the why, we know the how, but the bottom line is, how did Starbucks benefit from this change? Starbucks supply chain transformation created positive relationships. It improved their process, and most of all, they were able to save money. Here are some notable facts on how Starbucks supply chain transformation. It created a positive impact in the communities. In turn, they were able to increase nonprofit donations from 5 cents to 15 cents per transaction. They saved over $500 million of dollars. Due to the improvement in their productivity and efficiency, deliveries increased to 70,000 a week. Last but not least, Starbucks improved its relationship with the growers who had previously been isolated from their previous process due to coffee distributors and exporters. Starbucks' partnership improved their store operation and their community involvement. Starbucks built LEED certified stores that are committed to recycling and reserving water and energy. It pursues strategies that address climate change on a global level. Because of the cafe practices, Starbucks improved the quality of coffee produced. In addition, it also helped protect the rights of workers and ensured a fair human working and living condition. Incorporating energy consumption in their supply chain transformation, Starbucks was able to identify ways to use water and energy more efficiently. And of course, they were able to reduce costs. In closing, Starbucks is very confident in their supply chain transformation. And to sustain the momentum, Starbucks has begun a new initiative to recruit top graduates from top supply chain education programs. Below is a list of the references that we used to create our presentation today. Feel free to visit. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.